Ready to go up? Yeah, good job. Want some water? Yeah, buddy, good girl. Hey world, welcome to Down the Road Somewhere. I'm Steph. I live in a vintage van full-time with my dog Morgan. I post once a week about solo female van life content vlogs. If that's something that you enjoy, then follow along. I'm currently work camping in Illinois and today I have off. So I figured I would take you along for the day. Started the day bright and early, had an auto appointment for the van at 8 a.m. and it was mainly to replace my brakes because I replaced them a little over a year ago, and when I brake, they're just starting to do that like da-da-da-da-da. So naturally I was concerned and thought they could probably, either my rotors are warped or the pads just need to be replaced, whatever. But luckily there's still some life left in them and nothing needs to happen. So I'll explain that story later, but it was the weirdest fucking interaction and somebody's running by. Okay, good, they didn't notice me. Morgan noticed him. Who's that going by our van? Was it a pretty girl? So I'll explain that whole weird ass interaction later, but the van's fine, question mark? I don't know. Anyway, so we decided since we're out and we have the rest of the day, I kind of brought a bunch of stuff with me to the mechanic to plan on spend the day there. But instead now we have the day. So right now we're just in a very small Midwest town and there's like a little downtown area, like a cute main street. So we just came over here, park, we walked around and I thought I was walking in the direction of like the actual street with the shops on it. And there was this coffee shop that I was going to go to, but I was not walking in the right direction. So we made it back to the van. I really am good at getting lost, but luckily I just went in a square and I didn't get lost. Next stop is to find a good spot to pick up some brunch, maybe like a little brekkie Sammy and a nice good coffee. So let's see. And Morgan had a really good time at the park. Okay, absolutely zero luck for a decent coffee. Why does this keep happening to me? So I stopped at a local, very local, cute little bakery for a chai, for a nice chai. You can't mess that up. Pretty safe, right? No. I get a glass of milk, a glass of fucking milk. It tastes like sugar milk. So I dump it out and waste $7. So let's get some groceries. I see you. Hi. Okay. I just had to get a very minimal amount of things from Aldi. I had to get some bread because in my Walmart order they didn't have it. So I had to get some bread. I had to get Morgan some more Greek yogurt. And I got some ciders for later because I'm kind of craving just like a nice camping night. And now that we're out, there's not really much else I wanted to do. I didn't plan anything for the day because I figured that I'd be at the mechanics for a lot longer. I'm really glad I'm not. Tomorrow the weather's going to be really nice. It's going to be a lot warmer, so I have a couple things planned for that, and I'll probably just make a separate vlog for that. But today I kind of just want to like hang out at camp, drink some cider, have a campfire, make some good food, and I've given up. I'm not going to Dunkin' Donuts. They have the worst chai. They don't have good chai. I'm just frustrated about coffee because I got a new cold brew container and it's one that has like a sifter in it, but it sits with like this much room at the bottom, so I can't make the coffee very strong because you have to put so much water in it just to get to the grounds. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And so it just tastes like light coffee. And so I just want some good, strong, homemade coffee. That's all. So yeah, let's head back to camp. Do you want to go back to camp? Should we have a good camping day? You're so sweet. What are you doing? We're gonna make some brunch. And I'm gonna tell you the story about going to the mechanic this morning. So last week I called this mechanic in town that came recommended from a coworker who has taken his vehicles there for years. So I get there at 8 a.m. I go to the service door and it's locked. All the bays are open, so I go to the bays and I see two people working. Hello, I say. I shout out again, hello, hello. I say it 3 times. And I swear to you, they're like dodging me behind the cars. Because I'm like, oh, hello, good morning. So I'm like, okay, never mind, I guess. And I start just walking back to my van. And one of them goes, howdy. And I was like, oh, you can see me. Okay, great. Hi, I have an appointment. And he goes, okay, I'll let so-and-so know. Okay, I'll stand here. He comes back out and goes, okay, come in. I go in, and then another person is there. And he just looks at me, and I'm like, hi, I have an appointment. Okay, I'll tell so-and-so. Okay, I'll wait here. So I wait in the office for about 5 minutes, and he comes back and says he has to do X, Y, and Z. It'll be about 5 minutes. I was like, okay, I don't know what any of that means. I'll wait in my van, I guess. He goes, okay. So I go out in my van. I'm like, okay. I don't know if I'm just still waking up or I wait out in the van. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think so. I don't know. I got a vibe. So I waited in my van for like 15 minutes. And I was giving them 15 minutes. I was like, this is not the place for me. All of the bays have a car on the lift. So I'm like, where? They're lowering a truck from a lift. And I'm like, all right, I guess that's for me. So then this guy comes over. It's like, I'm here to steal your van. It's like, okay. I give him the keys and he's like, cool, thanks. I'm like, do you know what's wrong with it? He's like, no. I was like, okay, I'll tell you what you're going to be doing. It's like, I'm pretty sure I need new brakes, but please don't do anything yet until I know. He's like, yeah, of course. I'm like, well, what do you mean, of course? I have no instruction. So I wait in the lobby maybe 30 minutes. One of the guys I talked to before comes out and is like, I got a list for you. He's like, if you want, I can just email it to you so you don't have to wait all day. Like, no, I'll look at it now. What? Tells me there's still life left in my pads. We're fine. And the rotors are just warped, so that's what's giving me that noise. No recommendation to change them right now, but I also have a few things that are bent and loose and off balance. Other thing is leaking, but he just always throws that in there. When I go look at the car, it never really needs that. Why are you telling me that? You're just proving the stereotype that mechanics are going to steal from me and lie to me and tell me there's like a fucking unicorn under there poking holes. And he's like, yeah. I was like, okay, so do I need any of that change? He's like, honestly, not really. He's like, okay, so can I go? I'm like, all right, so do I owe anything? He's like, oh, right, yeah. Okay, not much, just a little bit. So anyway, I paid $60 and was on my way. This is gonna be messy. What are those things? Anybody? I'm just sitting out here minding my own damn business and I just get stung by a damn bee. I had my laptop sitting outside for a minute or two and I went to pick it up and sat down and sucker got me. Right on like the crook of my thumb. And when I was little, I would have really bad reactions. Like not so much that I was allergic. The stinger wasn't even left, so it wasn't really that bad and then didn't really swell at all, so lucky for that. Just sitting out here editing some videos and Morgan instantly wanted to go back inside. So it's such a beautiful day, so I just want to sit out here as long as I can. It's a little windy for a fire, but I looked at the forecast and it's gonna die down a little bit here, so might have a nice afternoon fire and have some ciders. I love you. I honestly love you. What you doing, girl?
Looking for a shadow. Derp. I think I'm just gonna lay right here. Well, I'm gonna sniff first. Derp. Humph.
Cozy. Ready? Go! Not interested. That's a nice fire. Get that toy. Get that ball. Get that ball. Let's check on our cucumbers. No goodies yet. Green beans. Who even is she? Just give them a nice water. Whoa, okay, that's plenty. Girl loves to chew up a stick. Is that a good one? Meets all the qualifications. She doesn't eat it. She just chews it up. Have fun. I have to say, this is turning out to be such a lovely day. And I took, I'll put her handle here. I forget her exact handle, but her name is Mimi. And she said in one of her videos, whenever she starts her day and says, you know what, today's going to be a really good day, it usually ends up being a good day. And so I've been trying to do that. And today I definitely did. I woke up. Me and Morgan had our little pillow talk in the morning. She got some cuddles. And I said, you know what, today's going to be a really great day. And it has been. And that's really cool. So thanks, Mimi. Great advice. Go, girl, go. Get it, girl. Where you digging? Go, go, go. Should take you out to the garden to start weeding. Oh. I just had such a lovely evening, or afternoon rather. We have just been enjoying ourselves drinking, as you can tell by the splotches on my face. So had a couple brewskis by the fire, had ourselves a nice little campfire afternoon. So now I'm gonna make some food. Decided to skip a shower today, so baby wiped it. And I think I'm just gonna like make some spaghetti and just like hang out. Appetizing. And just like that, the sun is setting and it's time to get ready for bed. Gonna take Morgan out one last time in a little bit. Yeah. We just cleaned up from dinner and watched the new episode of Below Deck. And before I go to bed, I like to think of 3 good things that happened that day and 1 thing I'm grateful for. So I'll share them with you. And I encourage you to do the same thing. 1, I had the brakes looked at on my van, which I've just been knowing that I have to replace, but come to find out, didn't actually have to replace them, so that was really good. 2, Morgan and I walked around a new park today and got to be out in nature for a little bit and kind of explore a new place right in town. And 3, the little social campfire that we had today, that was pretty fun. Just kind of kick it for a little bit. And I'm grateful for the new type of quiet that I feel here. Jumped into Workamping again, even after being like kind of burnt out and knowing that it was more of a linear move, but it just fit at the time and it brought me to a new place, and I'm grateful for this whole new opportunity, I guess. So cheers to that. Share 3 good things that happened to you today and what you're grateful for in the comments. if you want. And thanks for spending the day with us. I hope to see you down the road.